Hi everyone. The goal of this week is to learn about digital literacies. Now, what do we mean when we're talking about this? I think the best way to get at this topic is to look at a few examples. So let's start with a process that I know that you've all gone through, applying to learn at Mohawk College. Now, in the present moment in time, this is something that you almost always will have to do, not in person, but online. And there are several different barriers that are involved in making this happen. One of the first barriers that needs to be overcome is physically using some sort of electronic device in order to get to the Mohawk College page. My wife is a librarian, and virtually every day she has to help people who did not grow up with this kind of electronic technology or the internet, and they just have a difficult time doing these things that seem like very basic tasks. These are not things that are immediately obvious, right? Something just as simple as using a cursor or a mouse or a keyboard or opening up a web browser. These are all things that you needed to learn how to do. So that's one baseline of digital literacy. The next thing that you needed to learn how to do is how to actually interact with the material on the page itself. So you might go to Apply Now and click there and go through the process and be able to navigate the page, understand how clicking on different hyperlinks works, and so on, being able to quickly scan the information and get to the points where you can actually do things that matter. That would represent another level of digital literacy. The ability not just to access the material, but to actually be able to use it for tasks that you care about. Now, another level of digital literacy would involve looking behind the surface here. So one of the things that you may know, particularly if you have a background in web development, is that you can always look at the page source. So this is the HTML, the CSS, and it's showing you links to all of the different scripts and things in JavaScript and elsewhere that's making this page appear for you. Right, what we see right here, this screen, is just the visual, it's like the compilation of all of this programming language, or markup language in the case of HTML. Right, being able to understand what these things mean, right? What's meant by a div, what's meant by a script, what's meant by all of the CSS information, what's meant by the material contained within the JavaScript, and so on. That's another level of digital literacy. Ability to understand what's going on under the hood, as it were. Right? You can also, if you're using a browser like Chrome or Firefox, as I'm currently using, you can open up the developer tools and you can inspect various elements on the page so you can see exactly which piece of code is creating which part of the page. Right? This is a higher level of information in digital literacy. This is the type of thing that we're talking about, and this is the thing that we're wanting to learn more about. The more that you understand about the forms of electronic media that you consume, the more that you understand about how to use the various digital tools that are available to you, the better off you will be, the more effective you will be at getting things done.